What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your co-host Donovan Quick. I've been gone a minute, kind of just no content to make recently, but an article came out recently, and by recently I mean literally an hour or two ago. Barry Jackson is reporting that the Dolphins aren't looking to really trade up in the draft. In fact, it's quite possible that they trade back in the draft, and they can move back from 51 if, say, a guy that they're looking for isn't available, like a Darnell Washington or the other tight end from Iowa. I can't pronounce his name, Laporta, I think, and then also, or a decent offensive lineman or Jahmyr Gibbs, guys that have been linked to the Dolphins at 51. But with that being said, if those guys aren't available or the Dolphins really don't value that as much as maybe gaining more picks, they could possibly trade back and acquire more picks, because the Dolphins do only have 4 picks in this draft. That's kind of the reason that we haven't been making many mock drafts or anything else, because everybody already really knows the kind of the area that the Dolphins are going to be drafting, and there's not going to be any guy that's like standing out, like unless Darnell Washington is there or Jahmyr Gibbs. Like there's no one that really stands out that is like, oh yeah, this guy, the Dolphins absolutely need him. And those guys are their names have popped up so much, and they have climbed their draft statuses, they climbed the rankings in the draft, in my opinion. So I don't think they're going to be there at 51. So I do think it's a real possibility, like Barry Jackson reported, that the Dolphins fall back in the draft. They're like, okay, I want more picks. What's more valuable? A guy that maybe shouldn't go at 51 versus maybe a couple guys that can go at 70. Who knows? Like, I think that's a very good strategy for the Dolphins. I mean, not having many picks, also not really having many weak spots. Now, the tight ends in this draft are very deep, so there is a possibility that we can get a good tight end in the 3rd round. So, what's the harm in trading back from this 51st spot and getting maybe another 3rd and another 4th? So now you have 2 thirds and a 4th. Would you rather have 2 thirds and a 4th, or a 2nd, 3rd, and a 6th? I think is our next pick after that. So it's kind of like, it's hard because Dolphins do have good history in the 2nd round. Javon Holland, Xavier Howard, just to name a couple. Mike Gesicki was a 2nd round pick. So Dolphins do have a pretty decent history drafting outside of offensive linemen. Now, offensive linemen, anything outside the 1st round, the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, they really haven't had much luck with those guys. I think the only player that has been good in those spots over the past decade and a half has been, Tunsil in the 1st round, Pouncey, and then Robert Hunt. Everybody else has kind of been later or free agent pickups. And they can argue Juwan James, but that's another conversation. So yeah, once again, what do the Dolphins do? Do they trade back? Do they stay at 51? It's a whole conundrum, really, and I really don't know what to say about it. Like, I like the idea, but it really depends once again on draft day what happens, and could the Dolphins potentially have a good draft and trade back, trade up? There's many different scenarios. But it looks like the Dolphins are going to be trying to acquire more picks. I wouldn't doubt that maybe Cedric Wilson is moved for fourth or fifth this year. So be on the lookout for those draft day trades. I mean, that's all really. Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. Let me know, anything really. Like if there's any kind of content that you guys want to watch. We've been really struggling trying to report on anything. There's been absolutely nothing going on in the NFL recently. So you guys help us help you. So let us know what you want to know about. We're going to try to put out more draft content, because the draft's coming in the coming weeks. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for y'all today. Peace out. Love y'all. Stay safe out there. Deuces.